A lot of things can be said about Mayor Rodrigo Rodi R. Duterte, both good and bad. But one can never say that he makes promises he cannot keep. When he first ran for mayor in 1988, he ran on the platform of restoring order and stability in what was then considered as the killing fields of Asia. Just barely a decade later, Asia Week magazine included Davao in the list of top 20 most livable cities in Asia, making it the most livable city in the Philippines. What was known as no man's land in the 1980s became a city known for its cleanliness and orderliness. Mayor Rodi delivered on his noble promise for Davao during his first term. So Davaoeños kept voting for him again and again. And he has never lost an election since 1988, no matter how bad his critics and political rivals paint him to be. Mayor Rodi is the longest-serving city mayor of Davao. Now on his sixth term as mayor, he actually first got into politics by accident. Son of the late Governor Vicente Duterte, the last governor of the still undivided Davao province, Mayor Rodi was a reluctant politician who believed that becoming mayor, like the presidency of the republic, has a lot to do with destiny. When the late President Ferdinand E. Marcos was ousted during the 1986 People Power Revolt, and upon the installation of the revolutionary government of President Corazon C. Aquino, then Assistant City Prosecutor Rodrigo R. Duterte was drafted and appointed OIC Vice Mayor of Davao City in 1986. And he was only considered for the post after his mother, Soledad Nanay Suling Roa Duterte, a staunch activist against martial law and a pillar in the local women's movement, refused the appointment. Mayor Rodi was prevailed upon to accept the OIC Vice Mayor appointment because he was thinking that he might be promoted to City Prosecutor after a democratically elected Vice Mayor has been chosen. That was his only goal then, to become head of the Davao City Prosecution Office. But fate intervened. The people of Davao chose him to be their city mayor in the first general elections under the Aquino government. And the rest, as they say, is history. The history of Davao in the last 2 decades, to be more accurate. There is at least an entire generation of Davaoeños who have not known any other mayor than Duterte. 20 years, 6 3-year terms as city mayor, and 1 3-year term as representative of the 1st Congressional District of Davao City. For someone who first got into politics by default, Mayor Rodi has done more for the city than any other politician of his generation. And he has done so with a clear vision and direction, as manifested in how he anchored the milestones of his 6 terms around a particular theme. On his first term, from 1988 to 1992, restoring order and reorganizing the city government, restored law and order amidst the chaos of the city with the Disiplina and Hapsay-Dalan programs, and initiated a massive cleanup drive, reorganized the city government and built its institutional capabilities to align with the local government code, appointed deputy mayors for the different tribes, and organized the city through 11 political and administrative districts for more effective and efficient local government administration. As a result of the restoration of order, Davao City posed a positive balance of trade for the first time in years. On his second term, from 1992 to 1995, setting clear development directions and comprehensive planning, mobilization of all sectors to actively participate in the planning process, the first LGU in the country to organize the City Development Council and the Barangay Development Councils, institutionalizing people's participation in the development process, drafted the 25-year Comprehensive Development Plan of Davao City, created 2 pieces of landmark legislation, the Local Investment Incentive Code and the Children's Development Code, implemented the Barangay Integrated Management Program to stimulate grassroots development. And the city hit the 1 billion peso mark in terms of local revenues. On its third term from 1995 to 1998, going global and integrating gender and development, the city embarked on an aggressive tourism and investment promotions campaign through the Invest in Davao program, amended the city's zoning ordinance to respond to the growing needs of the city. For the first time, the No Man's Land was recognized as the Destination of the Year by the Department of Tourism, played a vital role in the formation of BIMP Iaga, recognized by Asia Week magazine as one of the top 20 most livable cities in Asia, recognized by Citibank as the second most important city in the Philippines, created the landmark legislation, the Women Development Code of Davao City, established the Child Minding Center for children of city government employees, established the Balay Dangupan and Balay Paginhawaan for children in need of special protection. On its fourth term from 2001 to 2004, suppressing crime and taking care of the poor and the environment, established the 911 emergency response system for the city, the third of its kind in the world and the first and only one in Asia, equipped the Davao City Police Office with brand new equipment, vehicles, patrol cars, purchased state-of-the-art ambulances and emergency rescue units. For the first time, because of LGU support, the Davao City Police Office was recognized as the best police office in the Philippines and has consistently won this award ever since. Established the Davao City Treatment and Rehabilitation of Drug Dependents, a resort-like community for drug dependents in the city. Created the Lingap Para sa Mahirap program to subsidize healthcare needs of poor constituents. Launched the Urban Land Reform Program to assist qualified informal settlers in relocating or acquiring their own house and lot. Drafted the Local Development Plan for Children and launched the Children's Congress. Created the landmark legislation, the Comprehensive Anti-Smoking Ordinance of Davao City. Implemented the Solid Waste Management Program. Adopted the latest information technology system in local governance. Launched the City of Character Advocacy campaign, starting with professionalizing the local government service. On its fifth term, from 2004 to 2007, investing in Davao youth and stopping violence against women and children. Launched the Recognizing Outstanding Davao Youth Project, or RODI Project. For the first time, Davao City got not just one, but two Galing Pook Awards for its gender and development program. Established the Siglakan Women's Crisis Center, a one-stop shop and halfway home for women victims of violence and their children, the first of its kind in the country. Created the Office of the Special Counsel for Violence Against Women to attend to all legal needs of women victims of violence and the prosecution of their cases. Established the Madrasa Development Program for the city's Muslim youth. Established the Davao City Chinatown and created the Davao City Chinatown Development Council. Purchased new garbage bins and new equipment for its solid waste management program. Established the Ray of Hope Village in Maa City Jail for women detainees, the first of its kind in the country. On its sixth term, from 2007 to 2010, building new infrastructure and nourishing the city's soul. Implemented the adaptive traffic control system in the city's major intersections. Started the urban drainage and flood control system. Intensified watershed rehabilitation and coastal resource management. Built more farm-to-market roads and alternative road system network. Established Damlag Home for Boys as a response to problems arising in the juvenile justice law. Developed the old PTA grounds into a new city landmark, the People's Park. Established the Museo Davaoeño. Launched the Davao program to establish Davao City as the culture capital of the Philippines. launched the Scholarship for Tertiary Education Program, or STEP, implemented the Mobile Early Childhood Care and Development Units in the barangays, a mobile preschool and daycare, launched the Magnegosyo Taday and Magnegosyo Tabay, social entrepreneurship programs to address poverty and stimulate the grassroots economy. Clearly, the Duterte administration is not all about order and security. It is not just an end in itself, but a means to a greater goal: restoring order and securing the law-abiding citizens and visitors of Davao were the prerequisites for the city's growth and development. When the people are safe and secure, they are able to realize their potentials and fulfill their promise. More than being the Punisher, as Time magazine called Mayor Rodi, he is also the generous provider who mobilizes Davao's resources to take care of the poor, the sick, and the hungry. Whether they are residents of the city or not, whether they voted for him or campaigned against him, he is the just leader who fights for the defenseless, the helpless, and the hopeless. He encourages open dialogue among his multicultural constituents and promotes diversity. He values honesty and truth and protects every person's right to express his or her opinion, even if it disagrees with his own. He is also the great problem solver, as he personally listens and attends to all his constituents' problems, from the most mundane to the most complex of issues. The people of Davao are spoiled that way. They really believe that everything can be given by Mayor Rodi, and all their problems will be solved by him instantly, which would sometimes make the mayor sigh and say, "I am not God. I cannot do everything." Indeed, Mayor Rodi Duterte is not God. But for most of the masses who love him and keep voting for him again and again, he is their Moses, who led them to the promised land of what Davao is today.